Good morning. 7:15 is the time. For the past 2 weeks, we've been helping you get ready for the start of the new school year by talking with your leaders of the Central Texas largest school district. So today we're chatting with the superintendent of Georgetown ISD. The district, by the way, has close to 11,000 students and 18 schools. And Georgetown is planning to add more schools because it has seen so much growth out there. Dr. Brent is here to talk about all of that growth. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure meeting you. Let's talk about this growth and how the district is dealing with it.
Oh, wow. Well, in Georgetown, it's exciting. I can promise you that. We do have a lot of people that are choosing Georgetown to make Georgetown their home. And as a district, we have an increasing student population. We expect ourselves to be right around the 11,000 student mark, which will be a little over 250 new students this school year.
Okay.
And we work with a demographer to plan what that development may look like and what the timeline would be for adding new classrooms and renovating old schools. So.
And sometimes you have to go to the voters so
Absolutely.
they can help out with the growth. So tell me a little bit about a $160.6 million bond proposal.
Yes, that's a hot topic in Georgetown,
Yeah.
Texas right now. Our school board is great about the awareness of our need to secure the instructional future of our students. And so we asked the Citizens Advisory Committee to get together and look at our facilities, where we are with new growth and with aging and evolving facilities. That's sort of the two departments we look at.
Okay.
So we, for example, in this bond, we have a new middle school number 4, which is being proposed. And that would cover new growth in a certain quadrant of our district near Mitchell Elementary. And then we're also looking at building potentially building a replacement Pearl Elementary and renovating Tippett Middle School.
Okay, I see renovations as part of our graphics. Are we seeing a lot of schools that are just aging and they need renovations for our students?
Yes, ma'am. Our board feels like regardless of where a student lives, we should give them the best classrooms we possibly can. And so in some of our older campuses, they're just out of date. And no matter how much money you invest in that building, it will still be old and not offer some of the learning spaces that today's students and their future will demand.
And we definitely don't want to handicap students' learning experience.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's talk about how else you're helping students with something that you call the Georgetown Learner Profile. What is that, Dr. Brent?
Well, you know, the men and women that live in Georgetown, Texas, the conversation's been, we want more for our students than just passing a test.
Yeah.
What does that test really tell us about our students and their abilities to survive in the future and pursue the life they hope and they hope to have? And so, for example, we want our kids to be more creative. We want them to think critically. We want them to be able to collaborate, be a part of a team. Kids need to learn how to experience failure. What happens when things don't go your way? They need to be adaptive, need to be able to adjust to the situation they're in and what their future may demand.
Okay, so this will kind of guide them through that?
Yes, ma'am. What we're doing is we are excited about designing a new learning model in the classroom. So we are writing new curriculum, and while we do that work, we're saying, how can we add these qualities and attributes to the learning activities we design for our kids, which offers deeper learning value for the student, we believe.
That is so important because I know so many students who are just not very good test takers.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
so all of that kind of goes into, graduation and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we did ask our viewers on social media, what do you want to ask Dr. Brent here? And so let's ask you one of the questions from Tisha. She says, how are you supporting novice teachers? How are you making sure that all students are able to read on grade level and do math on grade level? Two important subjects, Dr. Brent.
Absolutely. Professional learning is critical to Georgetown, Texas. I can tell you that all of our new teachers, we hired almost 100 new teachers this year. And for 3 days, we worked on bringing them into the district, talking about the Georgetown way, if you will, what makes us unique. We gave them a tour of the city. We talked about our culture of the new learning model and the learner profile. And they have a mentor teacher that worked with them for 3 years. And we will invest heavily in their learning. Adult learning is critical to student learning, and that we must constantly evolve. So we are working with them through instructional and curriculum support to develop their skill set and give them the qualities they need to design better learning for our kiddos. On the student side, we have a lot of instructional support, math and reading interventionists.
Okay.
For example, our teachers will work with a team and a staff and professional learning communities that allows them to say, all right, our students have some weaknesses in these areas. How can you come in and pull the student out and give them more self-guided learning opportunities, work with them on a one-on-one basis to help those students close the gaps they may be experiencing.
Wonderful. We appreciate all your teachers and we appreciate you and your time this morning. Best of luck.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much.